Hey everybody, it's Allie. I'm on a fantabulous weight loss journey and hopefully you'll come along for the ride. So I wanted to do an update video to my doctor's appointment. Today is Sunday. The blood work results came in. Apparently my doctor is working on a Sunday, so she sent me her feedback and it wasn't what I hoped for. And I'm really disappointed. But at the same time, there are other people who have experienced these challenges. So I want to talk about the results and then also what I'm going to be doing for the next 2 weeks. So I have been deep cleaning the house today, so that's why I am reclined and filthy. So real life stuff. So let's dive into the blood work. My cholesterol was high, and that's 100% my fault. 100%. I was not thinking. So I have been craving shrimp, and I never eat shrimp. Like maybe once in a blue moon. It's not a staple protein for me, but I have been craving shrimp badly. So I've been doing shrimp fajitas. I think I did it twice in 1 week and then once again another week. Anyway, it was way more shrimp than I have eaten like in the last year. And shrimp is very high in cholesterol, and I think I totally screwed myself up there. I did this to myself once, just funny side story. I did this to myself once before for a sports physical when I was a teenager. I went to my grandma's house for 2 weeks during the summer, and I had never had poached eggs before on toast. I had always had my eggs like scrambled or fried or whatever, but never poached. And she taught me how to make poached eggs. Well, I was 100% obsessed, complete fixation. It's all I wanted for 2 weeks. And so for 2 weeks, once a day, I had poached eggs and toast, right? 2 eggs every single day. And I've never been much of an egg eater anyway. So when it got towards the end of my trip, that was like all I wanted. So of course, my grandmother, being the loving grandmother that she was like, yeah, you can have poached eggs. It's more practice for you. This is great. Eggs are healthy for you, right? Lots of protein. So, then I had my physical and they were like, oh my God, your cholesterol is through the roof. So I had to redo my sports physical, and my dad was not happy about that. So anyway, I tell you that funny story to then explain the shrimp. So yeah, I screwed that one up. So I'm going to be on a very strict diet for the next 2 weeks. Not mostly for the cholesterol, but mostly because my ALT was high. And for those who don't know, ALT is a measurement of your liver function. And having high ALT can be a product of extreme weight loss, which 75 pounds in almost 8 months is extreme weight loss. So the way that it was explained to me is that you store a lot of crap in your fat, right? Toxins. Your body just kind of like, it's like storage area, right? Your body just kind of shoves it all in there, and it's like, hey, we don't want to deal with you. You get shoved into that fat cell. You get in there. Well, then when you lose those fat cells, all of that is released into the body, and your liver has to deal with it, which can cause your ALT to go up. Now, from the research that I've done, the people that this has happened to, There are a couple of different options. They go on an extreme diet, which is what I'm going to be doing for the next 2 weeks. It's essentially a mostly vegan diet, so no dairy, no cheese. I will still be eating turkey to try to hit my protein goals because my protein shakes have dairy. So I'll be working on that. But it's mostly fruits and vegetables, right? Essentially vegan. And I have to do that for 2 weeks and then do the blood work again and see if there's improvement. The reason why I'm going to be taking this very seriously, aside from the initial health concern, right? I mean, you want your liver to function properly. It's also because if it doesn't help, then I run the risk of them saying, okay, you have to come off of the Mounjaro for a set amount of time, and then we test it again. First of all, I'm not made of money, and I haven't met my deductible yet, so I'm not looking to have labs run every 2 weeks, like a bunch of times. Like that's really gonna screw up my budget, and I'm trying to save money. So I'm going to be taking this very seriously, and I'm going to try to get those numbers down. The other thing that was recommended is that I incorporate caffeine back into my diet. Great. So I specifically got off of coffee and green tea to try to be healthier. And now doctor's like, hey, by the way, caffeine can help. So 1 caffeinated drink per day, not a soda, preferably, will really help your liver. And I'm like, great. So I gave up my caffeine addiction to turn around and have to incorporate caffeine back in again. So, yeah, that's fun. So I went to the grocery store after already doing my grocery shopping for the week. This was terrible timing with these labs. Had to drop another $130 and get food for me to eat. And then, had to buy green tea and coffee, which I had not been drinking, right? On this trying to get healthier kick. So, yeah. So learned a little bit, which is good. And now I'll just see how this pans out over the next 2 weeks. But yeah, I was doing a lot of lactose-free milk. The protein shakes, they all have milk. When I make a protein shake myself, milk. Cottage cheese. I've been hitting the dairy hard because, right, I'm trying to reach protein goals. So yeah, I'm not going to be as focused on protein for the next 2 weeks. I'm just going to, try to do this diet and really focus on making sure that I meet my water goals. Kevin, what are you doing? You want a blanket? Hang on, he's trying to get under the blanket. Okay, I got him situated under the blanket. So yeah, so I'm going to be focusing on my diet. I hate that I even have to say that I'm on a diet. But it is. It is incredibly restrictive, therefore counts as a diet. But, I'll do the best that I can and see if I can get those numbers down. I'm sure that the cholesterol will come down since I won't be, enjoying shrimp for the next 2 weeks. I think I really just overdid it. But I do that. Like, I get fixated on something and then that's all I want. And with the Mounjaro, it can be challenging because things don't taste right. So I have challenges when it comes to proteins in general. I just do a lot of turkey because it doesn't matter how it's prepared. It smells. It tastes like turkey. Chicken. I do a lot of chicken. Anyway. So that's kind of the update. I will keep you posted on how everything's going, and we shall see if I can get those levels down and stay on the medication. Side note, my A1C was also down, so that's good. If you found this video helpful, please give me a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe so that you don't miss the update to this video, which will be coming out in 2 weeks when I have my blood work done again. And if you're looking for other helpful tips and tricks, definitely check out my other videos. I have other videos that can really help you on your health journey. If you're looking for a positive only support group, I've got you covered. The link is in the description box below. And as always, be kind, rewind.